channel. Just back down at Everton Bramley Moore just to give a little bit of an update on the Everton way. It's a fair bit happened since we were last here. David Moyes has become the Everton manager again. Not a bad choice, not my first choice, but he knows the Premier League. He will get a tune out of this team, so I think it's the sensible choice. We've got the game against Villa on Wednesday. Looking forward to going and seeing this first game. Also, we've got the CPS vlog that we are doing. Colin from CPO View and Stephen from SS Skies. I'll drop a link below in the description. We're going to record another podcast this Thursday. If anyone would like to ask us any questions or anything that we, give us a subject to talk about, and we'll cover it within the podcast. And thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. I'll get the drone up in the air. Right, let's have a look at this south stand in the Everton way. Get a bit closer down. It's been announced, got obviously emails going out last week that from a week today, Monday the 20th, that they're going to start fitting the Everton Waystones. It's going to be fenced off this area. As you can see now, they've fenced it all off anyway, so there'll be no problem accessing the south stand when the test event happens early February. It's going to take a little while for them to fit these stones. Probably, they say, until maybe summer. It'll take right up until then. So that's going to commence, as I say, a week today. I'll zoom back. Just want to have a little fly around to the northeast corner. I've seen on a couple of the other videos, there's a big delivery of scaffolding to this corner. So obviously there's something going on, and I think it's a little bit more than painting. As you look at, let's get down a little bit and zoom in. You look at the amount of scaffolding there and the amount of scaffolding boards. If they were going to paint, just paint, I would imagine they could put up a movable trolley or, slightly different. But when you look, this is very significant all the way in. Let me just zoom in a little bit more so you can see through the glass. And this, interestingly, this was the first area where they had a bit of a leak. From up there in the corner. When say leak, obviously they said the water drainage system wasn't switched on, so I don't think it's going to be anything to do with leaking. A few people have suggested that the salt air could be affecting the paintwork or the metal. I've just seen that in the comments. Doesn't mean that that's actually what is happening. We've still not got anything on these posts being painted. Still got a couple of the white posts along there. There's just a few little finishing touches that need doing. Let's get up and have a look over in the pitch.
Max altitude reached.
As we go along, as mentioned earlier, today is the first day of season tickets being able to be purchased for next season. Good luck to everybody today in getting the seats that you want. Let us know in the comments where your preferred places to sit and your reason why, or where you got in the stands. I I'm in the next batch to pick my seat, so quite excited for that. It should be just a couple of weeks away, I think, where I can get mine. Starting to look a lot more green of the pitch, a bit more thicker. Obviously, mentioned on a previous video, at ground level it looks completely different to what we can see up here. It looks a lot thicker at ground level. There's pictures doing the rounds. If I can find one, I'll insert one just to show you from here. But yeah, it looks. There was a lot going on when I was last here. A lot of people out in the stands having a look around. They had all these covers up here. Had them up and they were working on something in this area. This is the undersoil heating. So whether you switch it on, switch it off from there, or whether it's just a couple of spaces that needed to look at. Let's have a look over the west stand. And the car parks, some right above. I'm zoomed in 3 times here. So I suspect before the test events get started, I'm expecting the lines to be painted in the car parks and things like that, because although it's going to be obviously fans, I think there will be a few executives here and they'll obviously have access to this park and along here. See if the final board's been fitted yet in this. No, still just that little piece just to be finished off. It just looks like there's still a little bit of tidying up to do. You see, it doesn't look quite even along there. So maybe just a little tiny few bits to do there. A little bit of a walkway for skip. Let's see, obviously some doors there. I've not really noticed them before on videos before. Let's have a look along, see if they've done any more here. Yeah, I think they're additional huts from when I was last here. They were working on this area, digging it up a couple of videos ago. And it looks like they've added a couple more huts along there since I was last here.
Max altitude reached.
Yeah, so I think we'll just leave it there, just a short one today. There's not obviously loads to see at the moment, but things will start getting interesting again next week when Everton Way starts getting laid and a few little bits going on. I think we've got over the next couple of weeks we'll start seeing the lines drawn on the pitch ready for the first test event. So there's obviously not a lot happening at the moment, but the next few weeks we will start to see a little bit more going on and a little bit more interesting. So as always, thanks for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe. I always appreciate watching. And as mentioned earlier, there's the podcast we do with me and Colin from CP Overview and Stephen from SS Skies. If you could please generously just give an episode a watch or a like and subscribe, it would really help us all out. Thanks again.